Hello, weary traveler. I'm not sure what strange magic must have brought you here, but you have stepped into a realm of my creation. A sprawling city filled with danger and glory, and most importantly, lots of gold. I call it Isla Numus. Who am I, you might ask? The name is Jajim, and I'm the patron deity of gambling. Long story short, this group of idiots, or as you may call them, heroes, made a bet with me that they had what it took to make a vast trove of gold, but left some of the key details blank, so I filled them in myself. I sent them to this pocket dimension, into the city I had created with brand new bodies they'd have to attune to. Can these fools pass my test, or will they be trapped here forever? So, experience my world of trials and tribulations, and join alongside this posse of pitiful people, or as I like to call them, the Criminals of Isla Numus.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Session Zero Heroes production. I like to call it a production, although we are actually playing, just to clarify, of Criminals of Isla Numus, which is a D&D 5th edition podcast. If you didn't realize that up until this point, it's a little bit concerning because we're like almost to 20-ish some episodes, maybe more. I can't remember off the top of my head.
And we're still just getting into the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, exactly. You guys haven't even like introed into the main plot line, but that's okay because that's what I'm excited to have potentially, hopefully happen today. With that being said, let's give a quick introduction of all the people here and all their characters. One thing I will point out before we get started is that Jackson is not here. He is unable to make it due to some family stuff, and that's okay. With that being said, we do have, once again, joining us sort of ongoing. How many times do you special guest before you're not really a special guest anymore and you're pretty much like a regular element?
Yeah. I've only been here like 3 times.
That's true. It's because you've been on the other podcast. But we have Connor here, who you will recognize from Benders and Brews. He was Brock Lee. He's been in a couple other things, or will be in a couple of other things. He was the judge just recently. That's true. Yep. So there's his introduction. With us, additionally, we have Dave. Dave is playing Maki.
Yep, still doing that.
Across the table from me, we got Quinn. Quinn is playing our classic and recently survived the 28th Amendment of fighting in the Coliseum for his criminal punishments, and that is Quinn playing.
That was fun.
Do it again.
Playing Lil Sauce. Yes, everything was forfeited after what happened last time. Now you have to go fight another Allosaurus. No, with that being said, next to Quinn, we've got Cameron, who plays Rorick.
Yep.
Who is a goblin.
Established for this many episodes in, and we finally have our first established criminal.
It's you.
No, it's
Playing.
I'm saying we're the criminals of Isla Numus, and now we have our first actual.
Yeah, but does it have to be like, oh, the law recognizes you as a criminal, or you do criminal activity, therefore you are a criminal, whether they noticed or not?
I like to think I'm a good, honest, hardworking man.
I'm a good, honest, hardworking
the
criminal.
government establishes otherwise.
Fair enough.
Just kill someone in the last.
No. Next up is
Fatty Lumpkins, who is playing Keto, the Kobold to the group. No, not the diet, not the keto diet.
Keto with a lizard.
Yes, Keto the Kobold, which is funny. We have the 2 non-Kenkus on this side of the table, and everybody else is all Kenku.
For those of you wondering, he's gesturing at Fatty and Cameron.
All right, and with that, we can get started in today's session. All right, so where we left off last time, it got pretty crazy. Lil Sauce was in the Coliseum fighting against the Allosaurus as recompense for his criminal activities that he was charged with. And from there, in the stands, a couple of different things happened in the seats, including Maki going and placing a hefty bet, which he made even heftier with a little bit of fraudulent adjusting of his bet ticket. We had Fatty was running around, or sorry, I should say your character name. Keto was running around getting cloaks, trading clothes with people, specifically a particular woman. Yeah, you got a fancy dark cloak from her, and that's going to come into play here shortly.
There were even $5 in the pocket.
Oh, There's a $5 bill, and you're like, oh, I was going to say, whoa, what is this weird currency? And then, of course, during the fight, Rorick decided to fire an arrow into the Coliseum, which inevitably was a big assist in killing the Allosaurus.
Glossing over the fact that I made a new best friend named Gavin.
Oh, yeah. But also, Gavin was kind of upset, too.
Well, he's going to hear the full story.
He watched the whole thing happen.
Allegedly.
Eyes can play tricks.
All right, fair enough. Whatever the case, as the fight is coming to the end, we established last time that a group of guards came out and immediately arrested Rorick for interfering with the fight and dragged him off to who knows where.
No, we stopped with them arresting me.
Right. Yeah.
So we're not going to play out from there?
No, because something's about to happen.
I'm getting arrested?
Yeah, as you're getting taken away by the guards, and they take you just past where the people are allowed to be at, right? They take you past the employees only area doorway. All of a sudden, the rest of you watching, a huge explosion erupts from the side of the Coliseum, shaking the entire area. Everybody in the stands is panicking, freaking out. The people that were over in that section, who knows? They could be dead. You don't know. A bunch of rubble and who knows what kind of came flying out. From amidst that, you also see what looks like a handful of different creatures that were being stored in the back areas of the Coliseum go flying out, running out, whatever the case. The magical, you actually see like a glimmer sort of fade away as the magical barrier that was keeping anybody from casting any kind of magic into the fight dissipates. And some of these creatures actually run out of the Coliseum area, up the side, and out into the city. With that, Lil Sauce, you are also grabbed by a group of guards and pulled away into the behind the scenes of the Coliseum. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Why am I getting dragged away? Why can't I just leave?
Because you were in the Coliseum.
There isn't like a little stairway.
There's not. No, if there was a little stairway, you could have left at any time.
Running for our lives?
Well, you're not running anywhere.
Why not?
The rest of you guys, what are you guys doing?
Keto has donned his hood of his dark cloak and slipped away into a shadow to observe.
Nice.
Maki rushes to the bet counter. Quit giving my money.
And the man says, hey, all the bets were called off. I can get you a refund on what you got. The fight was manipulated. We can't give bets for anybody winning, but I can give you your money back. Give me your ticket.
Okay, here you go.
You hand him his ticket and he goes, "Whoa!" His eyes practically pop out of his head and he's like, "Wow, why did I accept such a large bid?" Well, anyways, oh boy. And he's like rushing around. Other people are starting to pile up too, to try, like, I want my money. You know, they're freaking out because everything's going to crap and there's floods of people that are rushing out of the stadium. He grabs a handful of bags of coins and hands you your 11,000.
Ooh, nice.
And he says, "Okay, I'm gonna get you your money. Just you wait. Yeah, here you go. Here's a couple coins. Here you go. Oh, shit, that wasn't even a big bet. Why was it even worth coming back to me? Here you go." And he's slinging more coin to all the other patrons that are trying to get their money back.
Did he take my ticket?
Yeah. He's not gonna not do, dude.
Gold.
How would he have known how much to give you back?
Maybe you dropped it.
Okay, so
Probably try pickpocketing someone else's ticket.
that's true.
I'm not gonna mess with it. There's an emergency going on.
Sure.
What? Really?
So what do you? Okay, so you went into the shadows, but then you saw
What do I see in the shadows?
a lot of people panicking and flooding out the doors or flooding to the betting booth.
Where's my near? Do I see David? Or
Yeah, you see him
do I
go
see
over to the
David
betting
in the
booth. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go join him.
You see him grab his money, and he comes back, and he's got like 6 bags of gold coins that he's trying to hold.
I'm gonna kind of do the whole awooga thing, just looking at his giant sacks of money.
Sack.
Oh,
Yeah, help me.
Oh, those are
help me
giant
carry
sacks.
this. I give you a couple of the sacks.
I will take a sec.
Okay.
Wish I could
Carry, because I gotta get out of here. I'm just a little guy.
And as you guys turn to leave, there's a couple of guards that are standing right behind you. And one of them puts his gloved hand on Keto's shoulder, and he says, you're going to have to come with us if you please.
On what grounds?
We got to ask you a couple of questions regarding the circumstances.
Can't you wait? There's kind of an emergency going on.
Oh, we've got
People could be dying.
People have in fact died, which is a bit of our concern here. And so that's kind of why we need to ask you some questions about yourself and who you're affiliated with.
But why'd you single me out?
We can talk about that once we got you in the back room with the others.
Who are the others?
Well, right now we've got a Kenku guy. He was the guy in the fight. You probably saw him. We've got a little Goblin guy. He caused a bit of an uproar. And then there's me. Well, once we get back there'll be me. And then there's Hal Hippodome, who I'm sure you recognize him.
Never heard of him.
Oh, well, you're about to find out. Come along, sir. Sir, I don't know if you're affiliated with them, but you might as well come along too if you don't mind.
Okay.
And the guards lead you guys into the employees only section. You guys go down a series of sort of tunnels and corridors that are underneath the Coliseum. And he leads you into a somewhat smaller back room, but inside there's actually a cell. And inside the cell is Rorick. Outside the cell, just sitting there, is Lil Sauce. And then there's another guard, and then this guard that just came in with you guys, and the guard that was with him. And then additionally, there's a man with a big mustache and a bit of a top hat, and he's also standing there, and he is a human man, and his face is beet red to the point where you almost wonder if he is a tiefling. He's so red. And he is puffed up, and he looks absolutely furious. Sir, we brought you the guy that, remember how I was saying that I saw somebody in a dark cloak screwing around in the behind-the-scenes areas?
That's right.
That I was pretty sure might have planted the explosives, sir?
That's right. Is that him?
Yeah, this is the cloak I saw. I didn't get much of a look of who was under it, but this is definitely the only dark-cloaked person I saw.
Well, all right. Thank you. Throw him in the cell with the others.
All right, sir, you heard what he said, and he starts to push you into the cell.
But I traded for this cloak.
I don't want to hear it, son.
I'm the new owner of this cloak as of 10 minutes ago.
I do not want to hear it, son. You must not know who I am.
Do enlighten me.
I'm Hal Hippodome, owner of the Isla Numus Hippodrome, and you, sir, are a suspicious character who may not have only cost me money in the bets on this here fight, but we have reason to believe you just blew a dang hole in the dang Hippodrome. So we're going to ask you some questions, and if we don't like the answers, well, you may never see the sun again. You gonna blind him? Something like that.
I am actually sensitive to the sun, which is why I had to acquire this cloak.
Well, we'd be happy to oblige. The sun never seeing you either.
As you're talking, another individual walks in. He's sort of a Poindexter type. He's balding. He has a big wide-rimmed glasses on. He's carrying a large book, and he seems to be wearing just some like general robes of like maybe like a white and brown pattern. And he comes running in. And he's like, "Oh, sir, the numbers are in. We have certainly lost quite a bit of money between the individual who interfered with the fight, as well as, of course, the explosion and the monsters and the repairs. I mean, I haven't even fully calculated all of the costs yet, but it's not looking good."
He just kind of slowly turns back and looks to the guys in the cell like, "See, we don't like to hear that. We don't like to hear that here at the Isla Numus Hippodrome. We here, we run on razor thin margins throughout the rest of the year. It's stuff like this here. That's what gets us through the winters.
I object. There is no proof.
Since when are you talking with an accent?
Yeah, you've never done that before.
Since when, son? Yeah, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, can I get out of here too?
No, you can't get out of here. I gotta clear my head and get ready for our questioning, because we gotta figure this stuff out here. Make sure we got everybody that was involved. You guys didn't happen to be working with any other accomplices, were you? Just the four of you, or just the three?
There's 4 total, technically.
Just the fourians.
Am I in the cell at this point?
You're not in the cell.
Nobody told me to get in.
No, nobody told you
not
to get in the cell. Yeah, you're just standing there.
His little sauce isn't in the cell. Yeah.
That's also true.
I'm just
Why am
trying
I
to.
in the cell?
I'm trying to.
Dude, did I walk into the cell? I apparently teleported into it. So.
I think they ushered you into the.
Yeah, they
Sure,
ushered
you
me
guys.
off screen.
Yeah, I got screened into it, which
Yeah.
ironically is the last thing Rorick would have let him do. But here we are.
Yeah. So
Let's get those wrong. This is the new.
No, the new Rorick would have used shocking grasps immediately and ran the opposite direction. But apparently,
no, we can't be doing that in here. Not in my county. All right, so guards, put the rest of the 2 into this cell here, and I'll be back in just a minute for some questioning.
And you step into an office that's immediately next to it as the guards are opening or leading the rest of you guys to the cell. And the Poindexter guy follows you, and he's like,
So what are we gonna ask him, sir? How do we should we bring in a wizard to cast a zone of truth and get him to tell us the reality of the situation?
Does he have like a calculator? So I'm cracking abacus.
yeah, he's got an abacus. He's
Well-
just furiously like moving pegs around.
Well, what's that gonna cost us bringing?
Well, sir, they're on staff, so they're already getting paid.
All right, but I don't want them any overtime hours. You make sure they stay in there 40 hours.
All right, understood, sir. I'll bring in different ones based on who's getting close to their time limitations.
All right. Let me know what you find.
All right, and you'll just be right here, sir.
Yes, I'll be out in just another minute. Or
All right, sounds good, sir. Is it your special time, sir?
Yes, I got to go put on a taller hat.
Okay. And the Poindexter guy comes right back in, and he talks to one of the guards who rushes out and comes back with another individual. He's sort of a long bearded man. He's got a pointy hat that's sort of wilting down on one side, wearing all blue, looks a little like excessively cliche wizard type. And he says, "Okay, well, I better get started here." And he cracks his knuckles and he says, "Zony of truth." And he casts
Can I
a,
pull off his hat with my invisible mage hand?
sure, if you
Yeah, so I
want
just
to.
toss it to the side.
And he goes, "Oh, hey, not another wizard, another magic user, I see you. Who is it? Who did it? Which one of you did it? Oh, cheeky bag as well. Here we go. We'll do Zone of Truth, and then I'll find out." And he casts Zone of Truth. You can choose to let it do its thing, or you can try to fight it. It's up to you. If you want to try to fight it, I believe you roll a wisdom save. Are you going to roll with it, Lil Sauce? I mean, you're technically not even the person that's in question, so.
Yeah, I didn't think I was really being questioned.
Yeah.
I don't
No, that's
know what happened.
Are you
I
doing
have
it?
no idea.
You're the only one that didn't get put in the cell.
Yeah,
Nobody
I-
cares.
You put them in all this. I'll bore them.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Why am I in? I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, I don't know why either, but I don't know. The guy said put all 4. He assumes that you guys are all. Did you try to fight it, or are you letting Zone of Truth kick in? Okay, go for it. Oh, it is a charisma saving throw. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
well, in that case,
that's going to be a 25.
Okay. So you pass. The rest of you guys fail. I mean, I guess again, Lil Sauce, it's up to you whether you want to fight it or not. I mean, he's just going to ask questions.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you were in the fight. So like, even if he does, he's going to be like, "Well, were you in the fight?" Yeah, I was in the
I'll fire just in case they ask me.
It's up to you.
What is it? What is it?
Charisma save.
15.
Ooh, close but not quite. The Poindexter guy comes over, or actually no, the wizard first comes over and he goes over to Keto and he says, "Did you cast a mage hand and knock my head off the head?"
no.
Oh, okay. He goes over to Maki. He says, "You look like a magic-y kind of guy. Did you cast Mage Hand and knock my head off my head?"
Well, we're just basing our assumptions on what we can see now, are we?
Oh, fair enough. But also, did you?
I'm not answering any of your questions.
And he leans over to the Poindexter guy. He's like, "I don't think Zone of Truth worked on him." And then he looks over at Rorick. He's like, "Did you cast a Mage Hand and knock my head off my head?"
Can I put it on his head?
With the Mage Hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I put it back on his head.
And he says, "Oh,
And I
you
go,
naughty boy."
And I give him a wink.
And he says, "Okay, down to business. Go ahead, Ned." And the nerdy-looking guy walks over and he goes,
Okay, let's see here. We got to get this questioning going. First of all, well, I don't know why you're in the cell. You did what you were supposed to do, I suppose. What about you? Why are you here?
Well, there was a commotion going on. This seemed like a safe place to be, and I am that man's lawyer, after all.
You're a lawyer.
Pointing to Lil Sauce. To make sure he doesn't get into any trouble here. I see him being detained.
Oh, well, he was. I don't know why he's detained. He wasn't supposed to be detained. He technically served his time. So I mean, he'll be released.
To file a suit for wrongful imprisonment.
Well, we're holding you out of questioning the others. Again, I'm not really sure why you're in here. You'll be released. Don't worry.
You know, it's too late now. It's too late now.
Okay, well, you can take that up with the proper authorities if you really want to, but for the time being, I'm
The lawyer
there.
draw up
Yep.
the settlement.
Okay, yep, you guys do that. Okay,
Turn out let's do this.
let's start with you. Did you fire the arrow into the Coliseum from the stands?
Sure did.
Yeah, see, that's where the problem lies. See, we make a lot of money off of things being
I was
fair.
unaware of the rules of the Coliseum.
Yeah, well, if you had read just outside and posted in various places,
I cannot read.
Okay, well, whatever the case, it's pretty inappropriate to involve yourself in a fight that had nothing to do with you.
I saw my friend in trouble.
Okay, well,
I was desperate to help him.
that's your problem. Well, I
saw a friend in need, and I acted accordingly.
Yes.
I was afraid for his life.
well,
He was low on health. His damage pool was low. The monstrous beast looked like it was upon him. And I took the only chance I could and fired an arrow into the fray to save my dear friend.
As a full confession of guilt and therefore triable in a court of law.
yes, well, we do have considerable fines that have come from this situation, so I will discuss that with you here momentarily. Let me turn my focus over to you, individual. We would like to were you behind the scenes or in employee-only area during the fight at any point?
To my knowledge, I was never in an employee-only area.
Interesting answer. He writes that down in his book, and then he says, okay, follow-up question to that then. Did you plant some form of explosives on the inside of the Coliseum or outside of the Coliseum? Let me rephrase that. Did you plant any explosives anywhere in the Coliseum premises today?
No. I didn't either.
I didn't ask you. He looks over at the wizard, and he says, you said you got this guy, right? He's like,
Yeah, the Zone of Truth should be in full effect.
interesting. Where did you get this cloak from? You said you traded it? Who did you trade it from? With? To?
Some sly vixen in the shadows.
A kitsune?
She was a attractive young female in a dark cloak, and it fit.
Attractive young female.
He's wearing a girl's clothes.
Hold up. What is? Okay, hold on. You said you traded this to her. When did this occur?
During the battle.
While the fight was happening? Roughly at what point?
Well, halfway through.
Interesting. Okay, that timeline does match up. What did she look like?
I don't remember.
She was a young half-elf woman, and she, obviously, you know what your vest would have looked like that you traded her. And then there's also, she had red hair.
She had red hair and pointy ears.
Pointy ears. She must be an elven of some kind, perhaps. Guards, quickly. Maybe we can still catch her. Go out there. What did you trade her as far as clothes?
I gave her one of my vests. It was just a plain vest.
He looks at you and your size, and he says,
She must have been pretty short, too. Find a short woman with red hair, with pointy ears.
I'll
wearing
choose
a
to let
vest.
that go.
Well, I wasn't being offensive. I'm just saying, if she's an elf, she must have been a weirdly short elf. Anyway, go.
and the guards go like, okay, sorry, yep, okay. And they kind of like bump into each other as they try to go out the door at the same time. And it's a whole awkward thing until eventually they do each single file go out the door hunting down this woman. He says,
Well, I suppose that with that in mind, and you didn't cause any trouble during the fight today, did you?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess you're free to go. Well, that just leaves the matter of the fine. Somebody is going to have to, and he quickly moves the abacus a couple more times, and he says, it looks like it'll probably be roughly 10,000 gold pieces.
you bust it. You hear 10,000 gold pieces. You bust in the door.
Now, I ain't gonna say you're stupid. I need you to answer me this question. Are you stupid?
Sure.
Sir.
Zone of truth.
Well, it affects the whole area. Yeah.
So are you stupid?
No.
Son, 10,000 gold pieces ain't gonna cover the hole in the wall, let alone the revenue loss.
Well, sir, you have to understand. I mean, we can't find him for the hole. He had nothing to do with that. We're only finding him for interfering with the fight.
Well, somebody's gonna have to pay for this, and it ain't gonna be me. Maybe the taxpayers of this county, but we'll have to pass some legislation after this. But first and foremost, can he see like the bags of gold coins that they have from the
Probably.
Now, first and foremost, I can't help but notice y'all got some bags of gold here. So I think that'd be nice as a start for the down payment on the hole and the lost revenue.
Well, I guess it's up to this individual here. He's the one that caused the interference in the fight. If you can.
Oh, he's the one that
Yes.
fired the arrow.
Yes, sir.
Now listen here, Sonny.
For the record, I didn't blow up the wall.
However, you did ruin the fight.
No,
It's
a misunderstanding.
We have thin walls around here, son. I heard you're full on admission of guilt. So I could take this here. You just kind of eyeballing it. I believe it's probably around like, perchance 11,000 gold pieces here. You'll probably take that as a goodwill offering, and then we can cover the lost revenue some other way.
Sure, it's not my money.
All right, hand it over.
No, it's not his. It's my money. I'm not giving it to you.
Well,
It's not my money.
let me answer that question with a question. Are you hoping to get out of this here jail cell today?
Sure.
Well,
Yeah, I would leave at some point.
Well, then you see, we have reached what some might call an impasse, because I ain't gonna let y'all leave without some proper payment.
Well, but sir, you have to understand. I mean, the only person that we can hold is the individual in question. The rest of them, we have no authority to hold them, sir.
I'm willing to live with that. I ain't gonna let none of y'all out of here.
Can I pull his hat into the jail cell with me?
His hat.
Yeah, with my
My
badge.
gigantic hat.
Here's what I'll say. You can go and reach up for it. Connor, I know you don't have a character sheet,
I do not.
but roll a d20 as a dexterity save to see if you can grab it before it gets pulled
I
away.
imagine he's a pretty big guy, so he doesn't get any like bonuses.
No, probably not. Not for dexterity, at least.
18.
Oh, yeah.
My hat.
And I pull it into the jail cell with me.
Joke's on you, son. I got 20 more hats in the office. Each one bigger than the last.
I thought it was going to be funny if he pulled the hat off and there was another hat underneath or something, but
Good thing I always carry my spare hat.
And it extends out.
Telescope. He pulls out his back pocket.
She just whips it and it goes.
And it's just as big as the last.
Dang, he's good.
But sure,
I've been around the block.
I'm wearing the hat now.
sure. I have to say, your ability to look at a few bags of gold and immediately know exactly how many are there is incredible. It's always astounding to see, and such an honor to be in the presence of someone with such a skill.
Crazy. That's his second best skill.
With that being said, sir, the technical fine does fall into within reason the 10,000 gold pieces.
Which I don't have. But I do have your hat, which I'm willing to sell you for 10,000 gold pieces.
You are in no position to
I
bargain.
grab his second hat.
Do I got the two? 19.
Oh,
21.
he was kind of his thing to have a really high.
In the moment he places it on his head, I grab it again.
Are we just, is this going to be the whole episode? Just you grabbing hats off of it?
I think I'm trying to make a point. I will sell you both these hats for 10,000 gold. That's buy one, get one free.
You know? No.
I'm sure we've already notified. The city guard should be here to pick up the prisoner here shortly. The rest of you, of course, are free to leave.
And who are you to this?
Sure, when the city guard get here, we can be fined for holding people past the point of reason.
Well, I've got reason. I've got reason enough to take him to court.
Sure, that's what I'm saying. He's not leaving. The rest should go.
I don't like the look of the one in the cloak.
Well, sir, remember what we said about your profiling, sir. It's highly offensive and not appropriate. It's going to cause us a lot of problems, sir. We've already got so many problems to deal with. We could just let these individuals go and bypass any additional problems, sir.
I smell a class action loss coming.
Now, hold on now. We ain't got to...
We're undefeated in court. You're happy, no?
Undefeated in court. I'm undefeated in court. Let me tell you.
I want to cast the spell.
He's casting a spell.
It could backfire, but you know what? I'm already in the pool, so. But I'm casting Charm Person on Mr. Hal.
Okay.
Hippodrome.
Hippodome on the Isla Numus Hippodrome.
The
It
wizard.
doesn't matter. I don't roll.
Oh, yeah. The wizard casts counter spell.
Did he talk to the wizard?
The wizard's been just hanging out in there.
I thought he left.
No, the guards left. That's it.
Mr. Wizard, can you...
And he raises his eyebrows and he says, "Caught that one."
Thank you, Mr. Wizard.
That's what I
I
do.
forgot your name, but thank you.
Oh,
Thank you for
He doesn't like your hat.
you stopped by my house on Christmas.
I did. I stopped by a lot of houses on Christmas. Anyways, I mean, you ain't got no proof. I ain't saying that. Sorry,
It is zone of truth. What? The zone of truth is still actually. I think if it requires concentration, then I guess it technically was made not active by the wizard casting counter spell. But I don't think it really matters at this point, anyways.
All right. We gonna figure out how to pay for this. I would need my hats back, but the rest of y'all can go. This here goblin is gonna be staying with us, and the rest of y'all can go. But just know, and he looks straight at Keto. He says, "Just know," and he gets right up to the bars, and he looks him right in the eyes. I don't like you. I don't trust you. I want to see you ever again around the Isla Numus Hippodrome.
Beads of sweat are just dripping down Ned's face.
All right, well, we got some pound cake in the office if y'all want to grab some on the way out.
And they open the gate, and so Maki, Keto, Lil Sauce.
Did they open the door?
Yes.
Wow, can I run out the door as they open it? There's no guards here. I'm just taking off.
Can he cast, like, cinder block feet or something?
But I want to run out, like, as they're going out the door, too. So it's like a group of bodies, and I'm just kind of, like, trying to use my...
Yeah, roll a wisdom
I'm
saving
trying to use
throw.
my goblin
Use
quickness.
wisdom saving throw.
12.
12. You are paralyzed. You instantly just freeze in place as the wizard just kind of points his finger and goes, boom.
All right, well, that's a little strange. Well, y'all head on out of here. We got to find a way to pay for this. This is gonna follow the tax.
Well, sir, I'm sure that they will send him to prison. I'm not 100% sure how that works when we're used. Sometimes we're the punishment, but I'm sure they'll work it out, sir.
Well, that ain't gonna fix the hole. This is gonna.
Well, that'll
gonna
have to
pay
be
for
through insurance / hopefully we catch this alleged red-haired woman that they got the cloak from.
Well, I hate
It sounds like she's the one really behind this, sir.
that the taxpayers are gonna have to pay so much because I ain't gonna.
Well, I'm sure we'll figure that aspect out, sure. It's a blatant terrorist attack, sir. I'm sure the city will be happy to figure that out.
Perhaps.
And with that, Rorick is placed back in the prison cell, and the rest of you guys head out with pound cake if preferred.
Keto will pass on the pound cake.
Okay.
I go to scrunch on some pound cake.
Maki, you got a plan? What are we going to do here?
First, we finish this pound cake. Are the guards just standing there?
There's no guards here.
There's no guards here.
It's
How many guards were left? I mean, you guys are out of the room that you were in with the cell.
Hal, Mr. Hal himself and the random wizard.
Well, he wasn't a lawyer. He was more of an accountant, but I digress.
So there's just 3 people plus Rorick?
In the room with the cell. You guys went through.
Listen in.
Okay. Yeah. You.
These thin walls.
Yeah, they did. Those thin walls were established. That's true. Which is odd because they're stone, but apparently the reverberation of voices just seems to carry through on
Weird
acoustics. Yeah, weird acoustics for sure.
Something about it. Maybe you just had maybe it was like stone walls, but like you had a wooden.
Maybe it's
Right,
a one-way
right.
door.
Yeah, there's a wooden door. Yeah,
wall.
yeah.
That was a one-way door.
It's a one-way
One-way stone wall is just styrofoam.
with bricks on one side, and then it's just the styrofoam. Oh man. Yeah. You hold up your ear to the wall, and you hear them discussing from the inside.
All right. Well, you see, I got a good in with Judge Jovi, so he may.
Well, you've got an in with a lot of the judges in town, honestly.
Well, yeah, but Jovi's the one.
I mean, after all, when they plead the 28th, the judge sends him here. I mean,
exactly, but he.
And you lobbied so hard for the whole setup for the 28th Amendment in the first place, sir.
I did. It's brought in a great amount of money, and I just hate to lose money. It ain't what I like to do. I ain't like to lose. I ain't like to lose money.
Hey, trust me when I say, sir, that getting the books all balanced out is a whole lot easier when we're making money as opposed to when we're losing it, sir.
Well, you see, I got me an idea.
Yes.
Well, how many more of these now? Outside of the game here.
Yeah.
What happened? Did he fight like a monster, or did he fight like a prisoner?
He was a prisoner that pled the 28th, and therefore he fought a monster. The ticket sales and everything from the fight kind of helped to pay for all that stuff.
He has other monsters still.
Yeah, but you did lose a couple when the explosion happened that escaped too. So obviously that's an expense that you're not happy about either.
Right.
So you got to either, not only do you typically have to like send somebody out to deal with the monsters that are now in the city and causing who knows what kind of havoc, you also have to go replenish those monsters for future fights, which is part of your income.
Right. So what's the accountant's name again?
Ned.
Well, Ned. How many monsters we lose here?
Yeah, well, I think we only lost 3, sir.
3 monsters? See, I think of a couple ways we can maybe make these guys repay us for the damages.
Oh, sure.
He has admitted to...
We're still paralyzed.
Yeah.
He has admitted to causing a disruption in this fight. So it seems only fair he helps repay for what we have lost. I understand he is guilty till proven innocent on the explosion. I don't trust that ketoacidosis man out eating that pound cake.
Yes, sir, I understand,
I
but
don't trust him. I don't like him. He probably did it. We just maybe let a guilty man walk.
well, he was under zone of truth. Foghorn, you said that he was successfully under the zone of truth.
Yeah, that's right. He was under the zone of
I
truth.
heard him. He was using the plausible deniability. I mean,
I
know
asked
that.
him directly, did you plant the explosives? He said, no, sir.
That's plausible deniability. I don't trust him, but
Well,
That's
trust
the
him or
way-
not, sir. I mean, I don't know if we can get it, but again, if we can get this woman with the red hair that he says he got the cloak from, I mean, it sounds like she was the original person. But whatever the case, I'm sure the city will be more than happy to recompense in some way, shape, or form.
right. Well,
You know what I think, sir? You know what I think? I wouldn't be surprised if she was involved with the Illimitators. You know, the magical terrorist group. It's always causing trouble around the city. This is right up their alley.
they could be. They could be.
All right, about this time, the spell's effects would be ending on you.
Oh, looks like he's.
Oh, yes, he
He
looks...
ain't gonna be.
Well, the city guards will be here shortly.
Right. Well, see, the way I see it, there's a couple ways they might be able to help us out here. We could have them maybe track down them monsters themselves. Maybe we take this in here and make him fight another monster as we like board up the walls or something. Maybe make a little bit of money back.
I'm sure we can get repairs done pretty quickly, sir.
All right. So I see
I'm
a
sure the
couple
city
of
will put it high on the priority list.
Exactly. See, I see it them ways. Maybe they could track down them monsters, bring them back. I might be willing to forgive that debt. Or we take this in here, throw them back out in the Hippodrome, wrangle up as many people as we can, have a little impromptu monster fight with what we got left.
You might actually be onto something there, sir. If we had them, the insurance costs alone for having to deal with these monsters and what potential havoc they might wreak on the city, which then we would potentially be inadvertently responsible for. I mean, if we were to send them to get these monsters, I guess my only fear, sir, would be whether or not they follow through. You understand? Oh, sir, we could use the collars.
Collars.
Yeah, the collars to make sure that, we know where he's at all times and, well, the punishment settings.
Oh, that's right, them collars. All
Yeah.
right, yeah. See, I like the way you're thinking, Ned.
Yes,
See, our brains ain't just for looks.
that's right.
Exactly. That was a nonsensical sentence I just said. You agreed with me.
I usually can't see brains, sir, but I definitely don't want to, but we do have them, that's for sure.
That's
So,
right.
to you, sir, Goblin, sir, sorry, what was your name again?
Is Zone of Truth still under effect?
Todd. Okay. Well, nice to meet you, Todd, officially. Whatever the case, it sounds like you have two options here. You can either repay the 10,000.
I send a message to him while he's in mid-sentence, just while he's talking.
To Ned or out?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna send in his head. He's gonna hear a voice that goes, "Dothraki today so mas no vesto is in no hanto is in umano." I'm just speaking to him in Elvish in his head.
How do you know Elvish just off the dome, bro?
That was not Elvish. That was Irish, but I know what it sounds like. So, what I said to him, if he can he speak Elvish? If not, I won't need to decipher it. I'm doing it to him mid.
You say I won't need to decipher it as if Skylar sits here and knows Elvish.
No. I know what I said
Right.
to him. So if he did speak Elvish, I would translate it to you.
Right.
But if he does, I'm just trying to throw him off mid-sentence.
Yeah, he seems to know. Yeah. He seems to understand Elvish.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Okay. I just said, the person you seek does not lie within these walls. Search somewhere else. But it was like an Elvish. And also, I threw my voice in his head, so it sounded like an elf said it to him.
Why the extra step of saying it?
You've been yes this week.
Is it so it sounds like an elf said it? Or...
Because a goblin would never know Elvish. See?
Okay. So he turns around and he says, "Who said that?" And everybody else in the room is looking at him like, "You're what? Or what?
Who said what?
I heard
You're the only one talking.
someone was speaking in Elvish."
Oh,
I didn't hear anything.
who said that?
No, Foghorn, the wizard. I don't know, something about somebody. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so you have two options here. You can either
I'm going to cast
Maybe-
message again.
okay.
And say, in Elvish, since he knows it, I'm going to say, again, it's in thick Elvish, it's, do not ignore me.
Okay. He says, someone is screwing around. Someone is screwing around. I don't know what kind of magic is involved here, but something is screwing around here.
It might just be people out in the office. I said we got thin walls around here. You remember? It could just be people chit-chatting out in another room.
Could be from the copy.
Look, whoever's doing this, I'm just trying to give him his
Maybe it's
rundown.
a bad pound cake. Oh, my friends are eating pound cake.
He looks at you and he says, "You have two options. You can either pay back the
I was going to say, stop speaking, you insufferable fool.
I will-
Leave this place and search for them immediately.
It's not suggestion. He turns around and he says, "I don't care who you are. I don't know what you I will not listen to you. And I'm just gonna tune it out." And he turns to you and he's
Your accountant seems to have a couple screws loose.
You know, we just spend all day in the dark just flipping an ad.
That's what numbers do to you. That's why I don't count or read.
he says, "You have two options." And at this point he's ignoring.
Count.
Okay, well, I will read them off to you.
I can't read.
You have option and you have a different option.
You can either pay the 10,000 gold pieces
Sure. How long do I have?
Immediately.
What if my money's at home?
Well, I suppose we could have a group of guards follow you home, but the alternative is that you
Why don't you
agree.
give me like 3 days or something.
I saw your friend had around 11,000 of them.
Well, that is, I suppose we could allow that as an
All I
option.
did was break a rule that I didn't know was a rule by accident, trying to help my friend. Okay.
Why would you think it wouldn't be a rule
I don't
to
know.
shoot an arrow?
Well, I figured
Bringing it up to 5.
Okay,
One
well,
five.
I think it was because I didn't know it's a rule. I was thinking because I tried casting a spell first, and the spell got blocked. I was trying to cast a healing spell on my friend because he looked injured, right? Because again, I didn't know the rules. I can't read, so I tried casting a spell. It didn't work. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna try and help him by shooting an arrow to help him out. I figured if it wasn't allowed, the arrow would get blocked like my spell. Guess what happened? It didn't get blocked, so I thought it was allowed.
Yes, the magic for such a situation doesn't currently exist. Whatever the case, if I were to stay at a friend's house and I got cold at night and I turned their hearth on and then I fell asleep and forgot about it all night and the house burned down, their house is still gone and they need recompense for it. So whether you knew or it was an accident or whatever, or if it was an accident, whatever the case, it's irrelevant. Money was still lost and damage was done.
Fire an arrow.
No, the
Sasha at that
accident-
point
the
too.
accident was I didn't know the rules.
Okay,
It
well,
was irrelevant.
irrelevant.
So what I'm saying is, give me 3 days to give you 10,000. That's all I ask. I didn't mean it.
Now, why would we
Well-
believe you come back here in 3 days to 10,000
uh,
gold pieces?
I was trying to finish that actually.
All
I
right,
can
let-
give you
let Ned
we can give you three.
Let Ted finish his sentence.
Name's Ned.
My name's Ned.
Let Big Ol' Red let you know your options.
You're
Please.
richer than he is.
Sir. Okay. We can use
Let him speak.
the collar.
The collar say you got some options. You all listen.
Yeah. Okay, I'm listening.
The
All right.
I know I'm listening.
All right.
Yeah. I'm listening. All right.
The collar can work for either situation. Hey,
We're listening.
we can give you the collar, and we can give you 3 days to pay back the money, or you can agree to hunt down the monsters that escaped and bring them back. If he agrees to either of the options,
How
we give him.
fashionable is this collar?
Not very.
I don't want to wear it.
Well, that's the options. You either wear the collar.
Or you hunt down the
Do I lose
monsters.
the collar if I pay my 10,000?
Yes. Either way, the collar will be removed if you either hunt down the 3 monsters or if you pay back the 10,000 gold pieces.
Oh, sorry.
Within, I would give him. Let's see,
3 days.
3 days.
A
Yeah?
week, yeah, deal.
No, sorry, you already said
No,
3
he said
days.
a week.
No,
He said a
3
week.
days.
3
said a week.
days. 3 days is the
3
terms.
days.
So you'd have 3 days to either
Dang it.
pay the gold or 3 days to hunt down the monsters.
Now understand these collars here. They're on timers.
Yeah, what happens when it goes off?
You'd be paralyzed, and then we would send someone. Well, yeah, and then we would send someone to come pick you up.
Oh, okay.
And then we'd throw you in prison, and then we'd go through the appropriate legal channels, and we'd,
Put the collar on my leg.
Or we got some that got blades on them at the end of 72 hours.
you can either
Glasses
wear
and
it.
Chokers aren't really my fashion.
It's either around the neck or around the waist as a belt.
I prefer the waist, honestly.
Well, we can work
Yeah, that was just a chastity belt.
Well,
You know,
I'll put over a
ish.
shirt over it or something. A little wider on the waist.
So,
One too many.
all right. Well, with that being said, I'll go get the waist oriented belt
Can you let me out
once we have the piece on you.
We let you out.
so you can put the belt on?
No, we'll have you put the belt on.
We'll wait till the city.
Well, he runs out of the room and he comes back pretty quickly with this sort of belt thing. And it's got these clasps on one end. Otherwise, it's a metal belt. It's kind of like got a bronze color to most of it. And then there's sort of a gemstone looking piece of glass. It's actually just a piece of glass. You can quickly tell as somebody that's seen actual gemstones before. It's just a piece of glass that's colored and it's blue and it feels like it's a dull blue. And he hands it to you and he says, well, if you put this around your waist, it's already been pre-programmed with the necessary magical incantations.
Cool. How's it come off?
Well, once you fulfill your stuff, we have a magical incantation we speak that will release it.
Show me.
And I put it on his waist.
With what?
When he hands it to me,
He's outside the cell.
Yeah, he's outside of the
I
cell.
just handed it to me.
Yeah, through the cell.
Oh, then I just do it around the cell door.
He says, well, we're trying to do this the right way. Yeah, we're not going to play that game.
All right, well, now just...
Well, Foghorn walks over and he touches it and it opens back up again.
Oh, cool.
And then I grab it and put it on my waist.
Okay. All right.
That's how it works. Cool.
And they open up the gate and they said, okay, you have 3 days, 10,000 gold pieces, or you have to bring us
Or the 3 monsters.
the 3 monsters. Yes, that you have either killed them or
Well, why? No, they out.
Oh, yeah, bring them back alive. Yeah, they have to be brought back
Killing
up.
them ain't gonna do nothing but just...
Yeah, that's more work for us.
Yeah, it's just we got all the insurance payments.
That's true.
We gotta pay the insurance anyways. Might as well make money off them.
You don't have to bring them all at once. Like, you can bring them over the course of the 3 days, but...
I sure hope I'm not the only one you're sending out to get these monsters there. He be havoc on this city.
Well, I can't say you're a smart
I mean, we don't have any authority over anybody else in this circumstance.
Not the guards.
No.
Well,
I mean, we do.
Yeah.
They'll be on their own team. You're on your own, bud.
yeah, I mean,
But I don't have to do it.
well, you see.
Well, then we'll come and collect
paralyzed.
you once you fail.
We'll paralyze you with the belt, and then we're just taking you straight into court.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
And
Have a nice day.
y'all still munching on that pound cake? How you liking that pound cake?
Can I go get the pound cake?
Yeah, I don't know. It sounded like everybody ate it all. That's the problem.
Ah, shoo, it's all gone.
First, I get an ugly belt. Now there's no pound cake. This is the worst day ever.
Oh, they let you out. Nice.
Yeah. They gave me an ugly belt. Let's go.
Well, now what?
Let's talk when we're outside the Coliseum.
We're gonna find Dex.
So players, where's Dix? He's probably outside. He probably ran out the crowd. I also have to find Gavin, my new best friend.
Oh, I think I drank his beer.
All right. Well, whatever the case, all of you are now together, and you walk outside of the Coliseum, and sure enough, standing right there by the ticket booth is Des, just waiting for you, and he waves and joins with you guys.
There too.
Yes!
Gavin is not there.
I'll find him.
Gavin has disappeared into the city.
He'll show up.
All right.
I told him to meet at our special spot. A wink, a wink. It's the local tavern. Anyways, once we're outside, I go, all right, so the thing is, if you guys didn't hear, I have 3 days to get 10,000 gold or to capture 3 monsters alive and bring them back here. Or else this belt will go off and paralyze me. Or I just spend the next 3 days trying to figure out how to get this thing off me.
How we listened in.
Oh,
Those walls are very thick.
I didn't. I was sitting there taking a nap. I was kind of tired after my.
that's fair.
That's
I
fair.
really didn't listen at all. Why don't we just pay him the money?
We can.
Why don't we just pay him the money?
That's 10,000 gold. What are you made of money, Sauce?
I mean, I got like
Physics
600.
mostly.
You said you got 600?
Yeah, how much?
You're a little short of 10,000 there.
I have 100.
How much do you have?
Well, I mean, we got a goal here. I got I got 8,000. And Keto was holding like 3,400.
Okay, why don't we just pay it and then we can make it back and we can just make our thing right here?
Nah, I'm not doing that.
No.
Hal's a jerk.
Our goal in
These
this
guys-
dimension is to make money. We just taken 3 steps back if we do that.
Yeah, I thought you were a businessman.
Yeah, but we're gonna deal with this for the next 3 days instead.
Oh, no, I can just break out of this.
Yeah, but then we'll be in just even more trouble.
It's just 10,000.
Well, I guess you weren't listening. They haven't gone to the guards yet. In 3 days, they're going to come try to collect Rorick. We got 3 days to set up an ambush, the way I look at it.
You know, in these 3 days, they're apparently only assigning me with the task of capturing these monsters. So if we just run like a smear campaign on them letting 3 monsters loose and doing nothing about it except sending out a single goblin to save the day, that's going to look real bad on them. And I
You
think
know
they'll have a bigger problem than 10,000 gold.
I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. Where are you going to be? Because I've got to go and talk to the boss, man.
Oh, no.
We'll meet at the treehouse in the morning.
Sure, I guess.
All
Why
right.
not?
Well, what?
We're my
His
house.
house.
Oh.
The tree.
Oh, the tree house. Okay, I thought you said the trade house,
Oh,
and I was like,
it's
what
a
is
tree.
that? Yeah, the tree house.
I'll
Yeah.
meet you guys at the treehouse, and then we'll go from there. I gotta go and go talk to the boss. I promised him. He helped me in the fight. He kept his word. I gotta keep mine.
Okay. So the rest of you guys head back to the tree house, aka Lil Sauce's place. And Lil Sauce, you head over to where Blank Space headquarters is located at. And as you approach the door that you normally would go through, which looks like just a typical store entrance, right? It's just a normal place. It's meant to look, just like your average spot. It's like in spy movies where they have to go through the dry cleaners, but it's secretly, the entrance to their base. They have to walk into a weird specific rack of clothes. It's kind of like that, right? The thing that throws you off, though, is the fact that normally, and we established this last time that you went there, but there was that guy that wore like a poncho and a sombrero, basically, and he sits outside of the store, and he's a member of Blank Space, right? He's like a guard, basically. He's there to make sure that people who go in are people that are supposed to go in, and people that don't belong there are not part of Blank Space still go in there. Or at least they don't see the headquarters, right? You see he's not there. And in fact, the chair that he normally sits on, he kind of leaned up against the building and stuff like that. Looks like he's just napping all the time, is falling over on the ground sideways.
That's against protocol.
That is against protocol.
That's actually really bad. So I'm gonna proceed with caution.
Okay. You walk inside and you carefully peek your head in. And what you see before you is a mess. The whole place has been turned over. Chairs have been flipped. Papers are scattered all over the room. And worse yet, individuals that you knew from Blank Space are scattered across the floor.
In pieces?
Some in pieces.
Oh, that's not good.
some with just blood oozing out of them. All of them are dead.
That's not good.
And
That's like the opposite of good.
that is the opposite of good. What do you do?
I'm gonna proceed. Obviously, I'm gonna check to make sure, see if there's anybody alive still. They're all dead.
Yeah.
So-
In fact, you check some of the bodies and you can tell that they've been dead for about the last maybe 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, I'm just gonna proceed cautiously.
Uh-huh.
Can I roll a perception?
Yeah, absolutely. That's probably a good idea.
Does it add anything to it?
Just whatever your perception stat is.
19.
19? Holy cow. So yeah, you see everything in front of you. You see papers scattered everywhere. But what you notice most of all is that these papers aren't just scattered. They're torn up. They're burned. A lot of stuff is burned. In fact, you notice a lot of burn spots throughout. You also notice chunks of space that have a burn like remainder on them, but it almost looks like things had been exploded outwards from that spot. And you see a number of those situations kind of scattered all over. You see bits of like the chair that was over here. You see bits of it have been thrown like all the way across the room or blown all the way across the room or whatever the case, to suggest that somebody brought some kind of like high explosives in here or something like that. You see various bolts, like from a crossbow or something along those lines, shot into the wall. And then, of course, a number of the people that are dead on the ground also have bolts inside of them as well. And then the last thing that you notice is the chief's office all the way at the far end of the room. The walls have been ripped off or blown off. It's got burn spots all across wherever the wall, whatever's left of the wall still remains attached. And you can see behind the thrown over desk, you can see the chief. And as you're looking, you see that he's still moving ever so slightly. But he's like laid up against a wall. There's a lot of red coming off of his shirt. But you can see just the slightest amount of movement as if he's still maybe breathing a little bit.
No, I'm gonna go up to him. Chief, what happened, boss?
And he looks over at you and he's got blood pouring out of his mouth and he coughs. Feather, oh, thank God you're alive. Feather, you gotta do something about this. You don't understand. It's so much bigger. It's bigger than Plague Space. It might even be bigger than Isla Numus. It's bad, Feather. It's bad.
What's bad? What's bad? Tell me. You gotta tell me before you die.
It's all connected. Feather, you gotta put all the pieces together. I don't have enough time to give you the full rundown, but
Give me some names. Give me some numbers.
it's all connected. The grave robbers, Euphoria, and the Legionnaires, and so many more. They're all connected. Look, Feather, you gotta watch out for the Legionnaires. They're the most powerful of all, or at least as far as I got. I only got so far, Feather. I tried to put it all together. They found out. But start with the grave robbers. And he coughs.
So grave robbers, legionnaires, Euphoria.
Yeah.
What does this mean? Where are they? Who are they?
You find out, Feather. You'll find out. And I know you do good. Because you're just like McGregor. You know what's right. And you'll keep this city safe. And with that, he lets out one more breath. And he closes his eyes. And he dies.
Thank you so much for listening to Criminals of Isla Numus, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast set in a homebrew world created by me, Skylar Gorset. If you've been enjoying our show so far, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever it is that you're streaming from, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or anywhere else that podcasts can be streamed. Or just check us out on our website, sessionzeroheroes.com.
Additionally, if you enjoy Coin, you might enjoy some of Session Zero Heroes' other shows, such as our Benders and Brews and Avatar Legends Actual Play, where we jump into the world of Avatar The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra using the Avatar Legends system created by Magpie Games. Or one of our various one-shots, which we are currently coming out with, where we use a variety of games and TTRPG systems to tell a variety of fun, exciting, emotional, and hilarious stories within our group. We have all sorts of other content that we highly recommend checking out within the SZH channel, and more to come in the future. To find out more about what we do at Session Zero Heroes, and to keep up with a lot of the other content we produce and be made aware of future projects, shows, and content, be sure to follow us on social media on Facebook, X, Instagram, and Discord. These are all great ways to get in contact with our team, as well as to keep up to date with everything that we're creating and working on. We'd love to see you there. In the meantime, thank you so much for listening, and don't forget to stay curious, stay heroic, until we roll again.